We chose the Dryden to Freeville section of the Dryden Rail Trail, and in particular the George Road entrance, because this is where we had the celebration of the first new section of the trail that we have opened, in about 20 years. The history of the rail trail goes way back to the 1970s when the town of Dryden learned that the Lehigh Valley Railroad was going to abandon its old railroad corridor, and instead of turning it into a public thoroughfare, the town of Dryden deeded it back to all of the residents across the entire almost 10 and a half miles of the trail. The town was able to preserve the section from the town western border to Dryden Lake and on into the village of Dryden. But from the 70s until the 90s, when that section was opened up as a trail, and then until about 6 years ago, the remaining sections of the rail trail remained in private hands. So for the past 6 years or so, we've been working on reclaiming the sections of the rail trail and giving them back to the public as a corridor. And Bob Beck, the chair of our committee, recruited a whole pile of people. There were about 11 of us who were appointed to a task force, and we've been working hard to approach all the landowners along that way and ask them to give back their sections to connect the trail. And the neat thing about the Dryden Rail Trail is that it's really designed to connect communities. That's our tagline. So we start from the village of Dryden, we come into the village of Freeville, and then we will pass through the hamlets of Etna and Varna and right on into Ithaca at Game Farm Road. So we're here because we're really proud of this work in progress of turning the old rail corridor into a public trail for everyone to use.
Alice Walsh Green, that's a wonderful introduction. We have a fantastic task force and other volunteers working together on this project, a multi-year project. And when we complete opening the new sections of trail, it will be nearly 14 and a half miles all the way across the town of Dryden, from south of Dryden Lake all the way through, as Alice said, through Dryden Village, Freeville, Etna, Varna, all the way to Ithaca, where it connects with the East Ithaca Recreation Way at Game Farm Road. And currently we're working hard, our town highway and DPW, our crews are working to open the Game Farm section at the western end of our trail at Game Farm Road. That'll be our western gateway to the Dryden Rail Trail. And I want to especially thank the many landowners. There are 38 different landowners in our 10.4 mile project that we're working on now, in addition to the village of Dryden and the village of Freeville that own their small portions of the trail. And so most of those landowners are on board already, having donated permanent easements for trail use to the town of Dryden. So it's huge. We really thank owners, and we look forward to actually continuing the process of opening the portions that are blocked right now, but we hope in the next year or two or three we will have a continuous trail all the way across our town to Ithaca. And we know that people in the Ithaca and Cornell end are very anxious to get across Game Farm Road and continuing east on our trail. So we look forward to a lot of use of our trail, thanking our task force members and all of the landowners for their cooperation.